Good morning, traders. It is Tuesday, November 19th. Let's see what the market's doing. We got some news that could impact the market, lots of trade information going on. So let's start with US and China. Right now, a truce is priced in. All the rhetoric has been very positive. However, Mitch McConnell's been trying to get Trump to support the Hong Kong protests publicly, and he has not. Congress is about to pass a bill that supports those protests, and Trump will be forced to weigh in. China may not like that, and that's a possible fly in the ointment. If he says he supports the protests, the current trade truce could be off. The talks with China have been very tenuous to this point anyway. Personally, I hope it does spark some selling because I don't think it's going to have a lasting market impact. It's going to provide a dip, and that's what we'll go in on. So right now, swing traders have to be very, very cautious. This little melt up right here can easily be stripped away. All good news is priced in. Stock valuations getting a little bit stretched right here. So the other good news that's hit the wires is the USMCA. Nancy Pelosi says that Democrats want to sign it. That would be huge, even bigger than a trade truce with China, because we do most of our trade with Mexico and Canada. So I view that as a very big positive for the market. Also, there was a small trade bill that was signed with the US and Japan, and we will reduce tariffs in exchange for them buying agricultural products and machine tools. Okay, so that's excellent as well. The final good trade news is that attorneys feel that the window of opportunity has passed for Trump to impose tariffs on autos. So that's also good news. So the market has been able to float higher. We've got this gap higher right here. That is support right there, right around the 310 level. That's the level that we need to watch. We've got this nice upward sloping trend line that also provides support and will continue to trail the market higher. So let's start taking a look at some trading opportunities and see what the market has in store for us. In general, you have to be a little bit careful right here. I would not go selling a bunch of bullish put spreads. Option premiums are extremely low right now. All it will take is one little market whiff and all of your bullish put spreads will be in trouble. So I'll show you the pattern that I'm looking for. This is a time to lay low and not have a lot of exposure. It's going to test your patience. You're going to watch the market float higher every day. It's going to make you feel like you should have market exposure, and you're going to regret not having market exposure. And then, blam! One day you're going to see the market fall 30 or 40 S&P points. It's going to strip away a week or two worth of gains, and you're going to be happy that you're not having to deal with the headaches of losing positions. Instead, you're going to be ready to pounce on the opportunity. You're going to be looking at it for what it is, an opportunity, instead of worrying about your current positions. That's where we want to be. Can't teach you patience, but that's really what makes the difference between average traders and gray traders. So before I get into the specific stocks that I found, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to my video. I post these videos every day an hour after the open. Ton of great trading ideas and stocks. I show you the option stock researches that we're using. Right now we're looking for heavy volume and relative strength. We've got the S&P down 3 points right now, so this is not what everyone expected off of an 8-point early gap higher. So we've got a little bit of weakness coming in, and I've been shorting stocks on the open today. So please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Watch these videos. I'm going to get you on the right side of the market. I'm going to show you the best stocks to be in. Everything you see is available at www.oneoption.com. Option Stalker is the platform that we use to find these trades. Also, please post your comments. I will reply. Questions, whatever they are, I'll reply. And I'm also posting trades throughout the day. So make sure you check back because I'm going to show you which stocks really are moving well. I don't often know that in the first half hour of trading. It takes a little more time for them to shape up. But probably an hour into trading, I know which ones are going to be the real deals. And I try and post them right in those YouTube comments. All right, so here's what we've got. Got the market starting to pull back in, and you can see here how it's filling in the gap. So filled in right now. There was the close yesterday. We're below it. Lots of long red bars. We've got our cross right here on the 10P indicator, which is bearish. Right in there, it's saying, yes, we need to be careful. This is a short signal. So I would follow that. This 10P indicator, for those of you who are day traders, nice cross right there. It's early. It's supposed to be early. It tells you there's a problem right in here. So you're watching. Long tails above body, trend line breach. That's your short right there. That's how we do it. So anyway, back to the individual stocks that I found. I went into the scanner, used my favorite searches. I'm going to go into heavy buying. I'm just going to tell you which stocks I like on the long side. Piton is one of them that I found in here. Relative Strength 30 has some good ones in it too. Facebook is one that I like today. And we're going to put up the 10SI indicator. When the orange line is above 0, it's relatively strong. You can see the relative strength here. Facebook is still above the open with the market pulling back. You can see this long bullish hammer. It wants to go higher. This is one that you want to watch on the long side. I like it. PTON. That's been another one I like on the long side. I'm going to go into the daily chart. You can see how it broke through this horizontal resistance. Long green bars, good momentum. I like PTON today as well. CBS. CBS also looks good. You can see how it's trying to get through this little horizontal resistance level right here. I'm going to put up the SMAs so you can see how those line up. See if there's any major technical support or resistance. We're through the 50-day moving average. I like CBS. DVA looked really good. Look at that nice compression. So you get your gap higher. Price compresses. Buyers are all in here. Great relative strength. Breakout to a new high. DVA. I like it. I don't care if it has illiquid options. I'll trade the stock. Money is money to me. I know a lot of people get hung up that they have to trade options. Well, that's not my case. I just want to make money. I've got this nice downward sloping trend line here on EL, Estee Lauder. Could be a little bit of a seasonal play going into Christmas. We're above the 100-day moving average. We're above the 50-day moving average. Love that steady climb higher. Really good relative strength today. I love this. So may not set up well for a bullish put spread because of option liquidity, but it sure sets up well for some nice day trading on the long side. TRV. You can see the relative strength here. Going to go into the daily chart. Look at that. We're in the gap. We are in the gap on this one. Should fill in this gap. This could be a very nice bullish put spread. So how do I play this? Where do I place my stop? I would draw an upward sloping trend line. Stock keeps going higher. Trend line keeps moving higher. It keeps filling in the gap. It pulls back, gets below that trend line. You got to stop out. You can also use this high price right here of 133.75 as your stop. You should be selling bullish put spreads below that price right there. Stock pulls back, breaches that breakout. Got to be out of the trade. But this one looks really good for a bullish put spread. TRV. THC. No, this is not a cannabis stock. This is Tenet Healthcare. We've got a nice breakout here to a new high. Long green candles. And you can see how it's pushing to the high. Very, very positive, constructive price action. Again, may not be a great option trade, but certainly a great stock to day trade. Let's go to the bearish side. Let's do a quick market check. See what the market's doing here. Okay, so we're finding support right in here. Getting a little bit of a bounce. We've got the prior day's low as support. This is a tiny little support level here that held up. It's the lower end of this compression. So if you look back through yesterday, this is the low end of that range, that being the high end of the range, and the market traded between that range for quite a while. So we're right on that support level right here. I don't use 5-minute 100-day or 5-minute 100 period moving averages much, but it seems to be bouncing off of that for right now. So Need to watch the market. We've got this downtrend here. Market has had a tendency to open on its low and close on its high. That's why we have lots of green bars here. Green, 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 green. All closes above the open. We could get another one today. Every time we start off with a red bar, all of these were red bars at one time during the day. Okay? So this looks pretty precarious, but if the pattern holds, we'll check the bid, everything will be fine, and the market will rally. Focus on those longs that I gave you. Make sure you're watching for relative strength. That's the key. VLO, I think that sets up for a nice short. And here's why. You see this downward sloping channel here? Stock looks ready to roll over. And I would want to see a breakdown below this horizontal support level. Well, what do I do with that information? Click GTC, double click on this candle. There's my horizontal line, GTC. I'm going to come in one day and I'm going to get an alert on VLO and it's going to say, hey, remember me? You wanted to short me here. And I'm going to be very thankful that I placed that line because it's going to be a great trade. HD after earnings. Nasty, nasty drop here. You can see it's below the 50-day moving average, below horizontal support here. Resistance is holding. It's got a chance to get down to that 100-day moving average today. Take a look at the 5-minute chart and see how it tried to bounce here. Probably going to see a little bit more selling pressure coming into it. I am short this stock. I got short right after the open. So I'm looking for that stock to go down, but if it gets through this level here, I'm going to cover that trade. So what do? How do I protect myself? I double click on that, get myself a horizontal alert line. Once the stock starts to move lower, then I'll connect that with maybe that and get a downward sloping alert line. That will serve as my stop for the position. Good. Keep going down, Home Depot. JWN. Shorted that this morning in the chat room and covered that. Shorted it right up in here. Bought it back for 35.01. Really nice gain. That was about a 50-cent winner. I actually shorted it right in here. M was another one that I shorted. A little bit too fast here. Let me go to the daily chart. You got to see why I like it on a daily basis. Almost everything that I trade on a day trading basis, I like on a swing trading basis. So it's just another level of confirmation. And if the stock does something during the day that I don't like, I have a higher level of conviction. I'm ready to give it some room to kind of move around. And that's why I always take a look at the daily chart to see what the longer term context is before I decide if I'm going to day trade it. So in this case, you can see that it broke the 200-day moving average. I like that. I felt it had an easy chance to test the 50-day. That's why I put my limit down there. Sure enough, checked it, took my profits out. This could be a nice short during the course of the day. M. You can see how it broke through the 50-day moving average. That's why it was a nice short for me right out of the gate in the chat room. I did that, and I took profits right at the 1530 level, so it was a very nice winner. Got a couple in early this morning, still have Home Depot on. I am also long Facebook. So I'm going to go in, we'll check that one. Don't have a stop on it right now, so we're going to, it needed to close below this high from yesterday. That was my game plan right now. We've been able to test it, but stay above it. So I'm still in that trade. And let's see if we've got any other bullish stocks that have shown up. Market has had a tendency to open near the low, close near the high. Take a look at Piton. Still grinding. Taking a look at relative strength 30. So this is showing us stocks that are strong in the last 30 minutes. What has the market done in the last 30 minutes? The market has sold off. I want to see stocks that are moving higher when the market is moving lower. That, folks, is our edge. These stocks want to go. Buyers are lined up. Even with market pressure, they're still bidding for that stock. They want in as soon as the market finds support. Boom, they take off. That's what we do. That's what we look for. Option Stalker helps us find these trades. I'm going to conclude today's video. I want to get posted as soon as possible. Please come back. Watch for posts that I put up during the day on my YouTube channel. I'll put it right in the comments section. I'll let you know which stocks are the real McCoy. I've given you a bunch to look at, but I'm going to narrow that list probably in the next 30 minutes. You'll know exactly which ones you want to focus on. Thank you. Trade well. Keep it a little bit light, especially with your swing trades. I'm a little bit concerned about Trump having to commit one way or the other to the pro-democracy protests in Hong Kong, and that could be a little bit of a spoiler for the U.S./China trade truce. Right now, the market is pricing in a truce, and if it looks like it might not happen, we're going to see a nasty drop, and a lot of bullish speculators are going to get flushed out. So, on a swing basis, I would be very, very careful here. Have only 2 or 3 bullish put spreads out there. Try and mitigate your overnight risk. Keep it as low as possible, because when we get a drop, we're going to be ready to jump on it. Thank you. Trade well. See you tomorrow.